We're here, and by here I mean my flat. In number 290 Kingsbridge Drive in Rutherglen, which is literally just across the Glasgow City Council boundary into South Lanarkshire. And last night I got pretty pissed. I was drinking wine, I was drinking cider, and I was smoking a lot of cigarettes. Over the past 3 years, I have been cultivating an estate agency property business, which goes between property sourcing, selling property, primarily selling property. I started off in a franchise called Amazing Results Estate Agents. Then I moved to Austin Lafferty Solicitors, done their estate agency for a year. And then I went to do property sourcing for about 8 months. Then I decided to start my own estate agency. In doing this, I have developed what I think is the early stages of a very successful business. This is my new kitchen, by the way. It's pretty much finished, but it's not quite finished. I'm cooking a few things here. Ready? Come off the hob. But this estate agency is called Summit Estate Agents. SUMMIT. Summit Estate Agents. And I've sold about 26, 27 properties since that time, and it goes well. It goes well, but as ever, it's a very stressful thing because you have to pay a lot of money to Rightmove to list these properties on these portals, and you've got to also cover your living expenses. And stupidly, I decided to buy a property that needs fully renovated, hence the new kitchen. And as such, I'm pouring all my money into that, and I don't have much money left because I need to finish this property so I can potentially make some money from it. So I can put it on Airbnb for a week or so when I need some cash, and I can go live go on holiday or something. So I can rent out a spare room. I'll put that on Airbnb as soon as this is finished, so I can just get a little bit of random income here and there. But the renovation costs a fortune. I never would have bought this. I never would have done this if I knew how much it was going to cost, both mentally and financially. And I think when I sell a property, I'll actually just break even, which is kind of annoying, but at least I got all my money back from the renovation. It's essentially a way of banking money, if you think about that. There's not going to be much profit in it. I think to make a profit on this property, I need to sell it for about 110,000, which is I'm going to have to rely on a pretty excited offer. But as an estate agent, I can certainly do that, because selling real estate is what I do. So the business goes well, and I'm looking to expand it over the next few years, but the critical stage we're at is we just need to keep bringing in new leads and sourcing properties that I can subsequently sell once the renovation is finished. I've got some great clients in that regard. But starting an estate agency is an incredibly horrific experience. It's very difficult. The difficulty is finding the business, because there's some great competitors out there, well established, well rooted competition, which you're having to beat back, and they are good agencies. They are. All my competitors up in my northern campaign are really, really good. However, we've had some good fortunes there. We've done some great work, so I'm pretty confident we're going to break into the market big time. Well, we already have broken into the market, but we've broken in. Now we need to make sure we're here to stay. So that's the next phase. Making sure that we're here to stay, having broken into this market. We're only 3 years into this, and we're only 6 months into the business. So to get what is now six high value listings in Bishopbriggs and Rob Royston has been a huge achievement, and we've been very, very grateful. I've been extremely grateful to the sellers and the buyers for making that a reality. And I just want to continue. I just want to continue delivering good service, because that's really what it's all about. That is really what it's all about. I'm just going to check this wrap. I've got a wrap in here. I've got a wrap in this oven. Should be a plate now. So I'm cooking here a wrap and those meatballs you get from newsagents and petrol stations, because I've got a real addiction to them. But what I've done to make it a bit more interesting, I pop the meatballs in the hob, give them a bit of heat up, and I put the wrap on the grill. So actually what we're getting here is like a gourmet take on petrol station food. And I'm just going to arrange it nicely so it's I just dropped that meatball on the floor. Even though Bracken runs on that every day, I'm just going to keep it there. So this is looking pretty good actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit of parsley on there too. Just like that. And you know, parsley is actually really, really healthy superfood. I just thought it was like dressing. So a friend of mine recently revealed to me the true nature of parsley. What we're going to do is we have a little bit of sriracha sauce here, drizzle that over the meatballs, and then we've actually got quite a nice looking meal. And we've got Himalayan mountain salt here. I'm going to sprinkle that on top. Then we've essentially got a delightful meal. You see it? A delightful meal. But yeah, so I was talking about the business before. So we're looking to continue expansion in the Northern campaign, and change the address of the agency, our office, move the estate agency all the way to, hold on, I want to make sure you can see the photo. Move the estate agency all the way to Rob Royston, Bishopbriggs, and make it a Rob Royston, Bishopbriggs estate agency. I think it's going to work. I don't see why it wouldn't work, unless something really bad happens, unless I die. But it's fine. And in the meantime, what I need to do actually, a lot in tandem with growing this estate agency, is finish off this renovation. Because when this renovation is finished, my life is going to be so much better, because this flat is a dump. It's a dump. I've done the kitchen. I've moved tons and tons of earth and debris from the front garden to create a beautiful driveway, monoblocked in a nice grey colour. It looks absolutely stunning. And we've got a new front door. I've done all the windows, new double glazing, and I changed a window into French doors. Cost me a fortune. But it's good. It's adding value. What I've neglected to do though is the inside. So I've only done the kitchen so far, the inside, and and then I painted it. And I've done blinds actually. The blinds look fucking awesome. It's black Venetian blinds. So to get new floors down, new skirting boards, new door frames, new doors. Then I think it could pass off as a real flat. So, what else has been going on in life? I've got this little dog called Bracken. Bracken is currently in my bedroom because he's got an absolute obsession with my pillows. He likes to play with them, he likes to hump them. But what I've realised is that if I just leave him with the pillow, I've got a designated pillow now. He'll just play with it for about 2 hours. And Bracken's a 9-month-old dog, so he's a complete pain in the ass. Like, you can't get anything done. You can't get a single thing done with work and all that because Bracken's constantly bothering. No, he's not bothering, he just wants attention. And he wants to play. He always wants to play. So, constantly wanting to play, constantly bothering me, but he's found his pillows, so he bangs them to solitaire. I had to leave him to it, and I've actually got to the point where I've just closed the door of my bedroom and just left him in there, light on with the pillow on, so I'll leave him to it. I'm back in his epilepsy, so he's on a load of pills. Load of pills because he needs to, it's EpiPen, it's just trying to stop seizures, because he has about 1 or 2 seizures a week. And occasionally he'll have a cluster of seizures. I think it's like more than 3 in a 24-hour period. And those are when he gets really bad because he doesn't get enough time to actually recover from the first seizure before the second seizure, and then a third seizure, then a fourth seizure, and a fifth seizure, and a fifth seizure. And he's just, so they build up throughout, and he gets a lot of really bad after effects. It's a real shame to see him so ill like that. But he's under good veterinary care because he sees a woman called Ada, who's a doctor up at Glasgow Small Animal Hospital in Bears Den, who I completely fancy. I think that's the reason I keep going back there. And she's a neurologist, and she's treating Bracken all the time. And she's got a good idea of what's going on, but because he's still a growing dog, he needs to keep having the medication and changing it. So we can never quite fully treat this until he becomes fully grown. Then we'll see what he's like. But it's a shame on the poor wee thing. It's a wee shame. It's a wee shame. It cost me a fucking fortune. If only you knew how much it would cost me, you would grimace. But I love that wee dog with all my heart. So, to summarise this life update, I would say life is good, but it's very stressful. I hope in the next 5 years parsley's not that nice in that way right there. No. That wasn't very nice. In the next 5 years I would like to grow Summit to estate agents and my sourcing operation. Sourcing is when you find properties for developers, by the way. And I've got one developer, a couple of developers that I work with. Your sourcing them either to buy properties to add value to, buy to let, serviced accommodation. You buy them as cheap as possible, buy low, sell high, a post renovation, that kind of thing. So the plan is to finish that, continue to grow it, and expand the business. And as long as we can tread water, a little bit more than tread water, I'll be happy. Because I cannot ever, I don't think I ever want to work again for someone. It's too much pressure. I can't handle it. I can't handle it at all. The anxiety is too much. turning up on time. Not that I'm good at timekeeping, but if you come in at 9:05, you don't get paid. You don't get paid to turn up at 9:05, Alan. I was like, fuck off. Because the likelihood is, I may have been out on the weekend, I might not have slept well last night, I might have all number of things wrong with me. I might be feeling like shit, but they still expect you to turn up at 9 o'clock in the morning every day, regardless of whether you're getting the work done or not. What time do you call this? What time do you call this? You were meant to be here 20 minutes ago. Still got all the work done and more. I would excel at my job, but it's just annoying. If I work again, I'll just get like a minimum wage job that I don't have to put any stress and pressure into. That'd be alright. That's what my dad done. A professional who was just like, he was like, I like working in ASDA because it's stress free. You don't have responsibilities. You can just chill. You can just chill. That's in comparison to professional life, where there's a lot of demands placed on you, a lot of responsibilities you've got to shoulder, especially in this agency, especially in this. With property transactions, and actually there's a lot more to them than you think, and there's a lot of accountability as an estate agent. And even though you get an offer, and it's not when it's over. You've got to chase and follow up and keep the transaction together throughout. And sometimes you've got to do it for 4 months before you get paid. So it's not for everyone. But yeah, I'm going to keep going this business, keep hanging out with my friends, doing a lot of hanging out with Max. That has been great. I was on the phone to Katie yesterday. Katie, that is. I was with all the guys at Wilco's wedding. As long as I can keep hanging with my friends, life will be good. And my mum was hanging with my mum and Ian yesterday. I was hanging with my sister last weekend, so can't complain. One cannot complain. I feel like the world is my oyster right now. The world is my meatball, you could say. There we go. That meal cost £2.69. And that'll keep me going all day. Not all day, but that'll keep me going until about 3 o'clock. It's 10 to 11 right now, so. Okay. Thanks for watching or listening, if you got this far.